Hello everyone. Welcome to the training. This is a very important video for you to watch, especially if you are the one of those that use my daily signals. There are some things that you need to really understand while using my signal. Okay. My signal is generally for those that are very busy. They are into forex, but they're very busy, they have works to do, and they are very busy to make analysis, because I have many people that are in my class that are working, and as such they don't have time to make analysis, and they don't have time to trade, and that is why I give my daily signals. Now my signals, normally I shouldn't be sending it on the group because I don't like it. I don't like to send signals on the group. It is not good to use signals. Why? Because it makes you lazy as a trader. It makes you lazy. Number two, my point of view is different from your point of view. I might see a particular currency pair as a buy trade, and when you when you do your analysis, you are going to think it's a sell trade. That's why forex is forex. There are different opinions. That's why we are human. We don't have the same opinion. We have different opinion. Okay, there are different strategies out there are different method of trading out there. Some strategies can give you buy signals, while other strategies can give you sell signals, and such. It is not good to give signal. And the third reason is because um some of you don't you tend to trust your own ability than another person's ability, and it even actually happens to me. For example, if I should give a signal to you, you won't trust the signal to the extent, because it is my signal. I'm the one that gave the analysis, not you. Okay, so when the trade is in a loss, or in current loss, you tend to doubt the signals, and as such it is not recommended to give signal. However, I still give signals. I give daily signals. Why? Because I want to help people. I really want to help people, especially those that are very busy. Especially those that are very busy. These signals, I sell it. I sell it on Fiverr. I sell it to big guys that use high lot size. Okay, you are still using a 0.01 lot size. Come on. So I sell the signals to people on Fiverr, on other platform. Okay, but I just want to give you guys for free, especially my students and other people that are in the group, and that's why I give daily signals. But there are some things you need to understand about the signals I give. Okay, these are the signals goes. Generally, I give 2 to 3 signals every day, other than my weekly analysis, in which I assess each currency pairs based on the expected fundamental news. I use technical analysis to get my entry points, my TP, and my stop loss. Okay, now my signals comes between 8 to 12, but majorly between 10 to 12. Okay, so be expecting the signals anytime from 10 to 12. Now my signals, normally before I do give the trade reasons, the reason why, or the trade patterns, or the trade scope. But I realized that it's not actually necessary, because most people don't even understand what I used to say. So it's better I just give the signal itself. So I make sure that I give the picture, I give my entry point, I give my take profit level, and I give my stop loss level for easy entry and for easy understanding. Okay, now I have done my home part. You are also supposed to do your own part. Some people, once I send the signals, what you just see other people going through is just to open their MT4 platform, enter the trade, and that's all. That is not how to use my signals. Okay, I have given you the food. You have to eat the food yourself. Now this is what I expect you to do when I give signals. Number one is that nobody is Nikolai, is it Nicolaitis? What do they call it? And Nostradamus. I'm not Nostradamus. I'm not Nostradamus. I cannot predict the market accurately. It is not 100% accurate. Okay, market is market, and that's why it will always be market. Nobody is right, only market is right. Your analysis can only be right if the market is right. If your analysis is wrong, then your analysis is wrong. It's not the market that is wrong. No market is cheating you. Market does not know you. Market does not know me. Market does not know my father. It doesn't know my grandfather. It doesn't know anything about me. Okay, I'm just using the opportunity. I'm using my predictive ability to make profit. I can make loss because market is market. Market is unpredictable. So there's one student, not a student, one guy that told me that when my analysis is correct, why won't I use I lot size? I say, hey, Mr. Man, I don't know if my analysis is correct. I only know if my analysis is correct when my TP hits. If my TP does not hit, then my analysis is not correct. And therefore, because my analysis is not correct, I have to be careful. I can't just take unnecessary risk because I make some analysis. No matter how perfect your analysis may look, if you use as many instruments as possible that is pointing you to a buy or a sell trade, market is still market, and as such you have to have that in mind. So you have to be cautious of taking my signals, and this is what I expect from you. Number one, I have given you the entry point, the TP point, the stop level point, but I did not tell you the lot size you are going to use. I did not tell you to take all the trade. I am just giving you signals. I will always give you signals, my dear. I don't use all the signals I give. Okay, although I make sure I open all the signals on my demo account, but on my real account I dare not take all the signals I send to you. Why? Because there are some trades, no matter how good they look, the risk to reward ratio is very, very bad. And I've taught you, don't take any trade except the risk to reward ratio is at least 1:2. Let me give you an example. Okay, let me open there was one trade I gave on Friday, and the funniest thing about this is that the 3 trade they hit stop loss. Okay, I give a trade on Euro USD. Okay, I give a trade on Euro USD. I give a trade on Euro USD, and I give a trade on NZD JPY and USD Canadian dollar. Now let's use NZD JPY as an example. I gave the entry point, I gave the TP level, I gave the SL level. Now let me use my trade journal to see whether it is a good trade. How will I know a good trade? Number one, the risk to reward ratio will be at least 1:2. It can be more than that, but at least it should be 1:2. Okay, now let's see. I told you should go and download FX Journal. FX Journal, you should go and download it so that it is very easy method to calculate your risk reward ratio. All my students, I specifically and how will I put it? Specifically and scrutinally teach you all how to calculate your TP level and stop loss level, how to calculate your risk, your expected loss, your reward, your expected profit. Now, this is the calculator I'm talking about. The calculator consists of instruments. You're going to type in the instrument USD CAD. Okay, USD CAD. From the trade, USD CAD is a sell trade. Why? Because the entry point, the TP level is lower than the entry point, so it's a sell trade. So I will click on this short. I'll write in my entry level there. My entry level is 1.26475. 1.26475. 1.264. Um so my TP level is 1.25387, 1.25387, 1.25387, and my take profit is my stop loss is 1.26719, while my take profit is 1.2537. So I'm coming. Just cut it, just put it on the take profit part. While my stop loss is 1.26719. 1.26719. Can you see? The lot size, you're going to put the lot size you want to use. The lot size should be reasonable. Come on, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Know the appropriate lot size you want to use. Don't use high lot size. You that you're having 10,000 in your account, you that you're having how much in your account, you are using high lot size. It will not pay you. Use low lot size. Don't risk more than 5% of your account. This is Forex. Forex is not meant for the poor, it's meant for the rich, but because we don't have enough capital, we use small capital and such. Because you're using small capital, you should use small lot size. If you use high lot size, your accounts can easily be wiped out. I used to emphasize this. I've learned from experience. Please use lower lot size. So let's assume I'm using the 0.01 lot size. Okay, the minimum lot size is 0.01. Okay, let's assume my account balance is $100. Of course, you can change your, for those that I gave bonus, you can use your Nigerian currency to calculate it. It's very simple. Just look for NGN. NGN is there. I think I showed you how to use trading journal. This NGN, you can use it, but I prefer USD because I use USD as my base, as my currency. So let's assume it's 100. Then you can calculate. You can just press on calculate. It will bring your risk. It will bring your reward. Now look at this. The risk to reward ratio is 1:4.54. Look at it. It is very good trade. This is a very good trade. If I should lose this, if I should lose in this market, I'm only losing minus $1.9. Can you see? I'm only losing minus $1.9. And if I should make a reward, my reward will be $8.62. That means I'm risking this to gain many. However, it is not all the signal that I send that have good risk to reward ratio. Some have poor risk to reward ratio, and as such, your assignment is to first calculate the risk to reward ratio. If the risk to reward ratio is not up to 1.1:2, don't take that signal, no matter how tempting, no matter how good the signal is, no matter how convincing the signal is. Don't take it, please and please. That's the first thing for you to know. Calculate your risk to reward ratio. I cannot do that for you. I'm too busy to do that for you. I don't want to do that for yourself. You are not paying me for these signals. You are not even giving me a recharge card for these signals. It's your responsibility to do that. Number 2, know your expected loss and know whether your account or your money can be able to withstand the loss, so that when you eventually make the loss, your account will not be wiped out or you will not end up crying. You have to understand that when you make profits in Forex, it is very easy to take profit, because profit used to make you over happy. Forex makes me over happy, it makes me joyful. I'm always happy when my TP hits. However, loss is not easy to take. When you make loss, you get angry, you get emotional, you have doubts in yourself, you have doubt in the signal, you have doubt in me, you have doubt in me. Okay, so loss is when you have to really contain your emotions, contain yourself, get yourself together. Okay, learn from your mistakes. Okay, now when you know that loss is not easy to take in, then why won't you know your expected loss? If you have calculated your expected loss before you take this trade, then you will have really considered taking it or not. That is what I used to do. If I cannot handle the expected loss, I will not take that trade. Let me give you another example. NZDJPY. Let me show you NZDJPY trade. This NZDJPY, this trade. Let's check the risk reward ratio and our expected loss. Okay, so NZDJPY. Okay, NZDJPY. NZDJPY, is it a long trade? The TP is more than the entry point, so is a long trade. So the entry point is 77.685. 77.685. 77.685. The stop loss is the stop loss is the stop loss is 77.073. 77.073. 77.073. While the TP is the TP is 78.495. 78.495. Okay, now let's assume the account balance is 100, and then let's calculate our risk reward ratio. Look at it. This trade is 1 ratio, the risk to reward ratio is 1 ratio 1.32. It's a very bad risk to reward ratio. Okay, the risk is 1, the reward is 1.32. So the risk to reward ratio is 1 ratio 1.32. It's a very bad risk to reward ratio. Even if it is a very good risk to reward ratio, let's assume the risk to reward ratio is even, let's assume the reward is even 14 and the risk is 5.74. Risk is a good risk to reward ratio. Look at how much you will lose. If this stop loss should be hit, you are going to lose minus $5.74. Minus $5.74 in Nigerian is almost 2,500 naira. If you are using my naira account, my bonus that I gave you, 10,000 naira bonus, and you open this trade, you are making a huge loss. Okay, you are making huge loss. Let me show you Nigerian naira now. Look at it. Look at it here now. Okay, you are going to be making 2,192 naira loss, while your reward is 2001. That's bad trade. Come on, must you take this trade? No, because the risk to reward ratio is bad. The expected loss is high for 10,000 naira accounts. So even if the risk to reward ratio is good, know your expected loss. If the expected loss exceed your daily target loss, because okay, if your expected loss exceed your daily target loss, don't take that trade. I used to tell my people, have a journal. In your journal, write your daily targets. If your daily target is 2,500 in a day, if your daily target is 5,000 in a day, write it down. Write the maximum loss you can take for a day. If it is 2,500, fine. So if you are to take this trade now, and you expected loss before you even take the trade, you saw the expected loss to be 2,192, and you still take it, that means you are willing to take the risk. It's all on you. So the first thing is for you to know the risk to reward ratio, know your expected loss, know your expected profit, so that you are going to be ready for it, so that you not cry when your loss hits. Okay, you have to be prepared for the worst. You hope for the best, prepare for the worst. I'm not scared of making loss. I've made a lot of loss. I've made huge loss. I've made many loss, but I'm always making consistent profit because I manage my risk well. Okay, and that's why analysis itself only take 30% of forex. The main crux of the matter is the money management and risk management. It takes 70% in forex. No matter how good you are in forex, I always teach my students this. I always emphasize is beginners class, basic class. I always ring it in your hair. No matter how good you are in making analysis, you can never be 100% right, and as such, you should manage your risk. It might be the time that you want to increase your lot size, that your stop loss will hit, and then your account can be wiped out. Be reasonable. Make sure that your lot size is consistent. Don't be changing lot size. If you want to be using 0.01, use it to the end until you have a lot of account to change it. If you want to be using 0.1, use it to the end. Only risk 5% of your trade. And please, I am tired of people asking me which pending order am I going to use. I taught you everything. I taught you buy limit, I taught you sell limit, I taught you buy stop, sell stop. Number 3 things is for you to know that don't enter on market execution, and that is why I always give you entry point. Entry point is for you to enter at a particular strategic location. Entry point, you cannot use market execution to enter on entry point. You use pending order. If it's a buy trade, then you can either use buy limit or buy stop. Buy limit is when you want to enter when the price is currently above your entry point. Buy stop is for you to enter the trade when the market is below your entry point. So know the necessary pending order to use. Let me show you the pending order we have here. Please watch this video to the end. I'm begging you, because next time I will keep posting any trade. I will keep posting my signals. It's for you to trade the reasonable ones. It's not compulsory you trade everything. Take the one that are good for you. Take the one that are appropriate with your risk appetite. Look at this. This is instant execution. Instant execution is if you want to enter at the current price. Okay. Instant execution is if you want to enter at the current price. However, I told you that I used to give entry point, and I expect you to enter using my entry point. And that's why you have your buy limit, your sell limit, your buy stop, your sell stop. Your buy limit and your buy stop is for you to enter a pending order on a buy trade. Your sell limit and sell stop is for you to enter a pending order on sell trade. So buy limit is for you to buy below the current price. So when the current price is above and your entry point is below, look at it. This is your entry point. This is the entry point I gave you, and the price is currently above. So when you place your pending order as a buy limit, and then you place your price here, and then the current price is here, your trade will only be triggered when the current price hits your entry point, buy limit. So when it's hit it, that is when it's only triggered. Okay, let me see if I can still place a trade here. It's Sunday. I don't know if I can still place a trade. Let me place a trade. Let me see if it will work on Sunday. Let me see. Euro AUDCAD, the current price is 0.98060. So as a buy limit, we are buying lower than. That means if you want to use buy limit, that means we are buying lower than the current market price. Okay, let's assume I give you entry point of 0.97797 buy entry. Buy entry of 0.97797. Okay, and the current price is there. Then you are going to use your pending order. Your pending order will be buy limit at 0.97790. So you just use pending order, buy limit, then press it 0.97797 or something like that. I can't remember. Then you see that even this one, the place it can place it there. If the price is not below the current price, the buy limit will not work. That means the place will not show. So you can click on your buy. It says market closed because market is closed on Sunday. But if market is not closed on Sunday, the trade will have been placed. But the trade will not be triggered not until the current price hits that particular location. And that's why I always give entry point. Entry point is to enter the strategic location. So once you know that, the next thing for you to do is to know when to enter market. I always tell my beginner students, there are some days that are very good to trade, there are some trades that are very bad to trade. I won't recommend you to trade on Monday and Friday. If you get why. There's a reason why. I will not tell you. My students knows why. Okay, my student knows why. Don't trade. It is not advisable to trade on Monday and Friday, no matter how tempting you are, no matter how much you are willing to make, no matter how tempting the money is, no matter how tempting the trade is. Learn to be disciplined. It's not every time that you can trade. It is very advisable not to trade on Monday and Friday. There is a reason why. Learn to trade on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You can see that we made loss, 3 loss on Friday, and it was on Friday. The 3 trades were on loss. In fact, USD grew strongly and we made the loss. It's because it's Friday. Okay? Not because only it's Friday. You can make loss on Thursday, you can make loss on Wednesday, you can make loss on Tuesday too. But my analyses are much more accurate within those ranges: Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, anything can happen in market. Any unexpected things do happen on Friday. Monday, anything too can happen. In fact, Monday most time ranges. So know when to trade. Please. Also make sure you journal your trade. Make sure you write your trade journal. Make sure you write your trade status on your journal. If you make loss, write it on your journal. If you make profit, if you don't have a journal, you're not a good trader. Come on. Trading is not meant for everybody if you can't be disciplined. All of you are only interested in profit. You don't know that there is always the loss side. I'm always ready for the loss side. Are you ready for the loss side? If you are not willing to take the risk, then don't take the risk. So please and please, compose yourself. When I send signals, don't be too eager to just enter the market. Do your own assignment. I cannot spoon food you. I have given you the food. Spoon food yourself. Do your own assignment. I have done my homework despite my busy schedule too. I'm very busy too. Do your own homework too. It's very simple. You don't even need to use Bible to calculate your risk reward ratio. I have given you the application to even help you do that. Can you see how easy life is now? So that's it. Do your assignment. What else did I write that you need to know? Okay. Use appropriate lot size. Please, it might be when you want to use high lot size that your loss will be that you hit stop loss. So always think about your capital first. My principle in trading is capital first. My capital must first be saved. That's why I always make sure that it's better for me to take small profit than to lose massively. I have lost massively before. I have lost $150 before in a single trade. Yes, I have done that before. I have made a lot of loss before. Okay, and I've learned. I learned. That's why I'm stronger. That's why losing cannot affect me, because I'll make I'll make double of that money too. I'm just trying to enlighten you about how to take my signals to be constantly profitable. Okay, believe me, if you follow my instructions, you can never blow your account. You can never blow your account. You can never. If you blow your account, come and beat me. If you use what I'm teaching you now. If you calculate your risk to reward ratio and you calculate your money, your expected loss, and you know the one that is necessary to take, and you take the good risk reward trade, and you neglect the bad risk reward ratio trade, and you know your expected loss, you know the one that you can take and the one that you cannot take, and you journal your trade very well, believe me, you cannot blow your account. With my strategy, with my signal I do send to you, you are going to be profitable monthly. I'm telling you, I'm going to be cashing out. Yes, I assure you that. So do your assignment. Don't be in haste. If you have any question, please put it on the group. That's why there are many group admin. I have many group admin on the group, so that that's why I even make the group. Anybody can post on the group, and anybody can say anything on the group. Anybody can ask any question. The group is free for you. Don't die in silence. Don't be asking me anything for now. Ask in the group chat. People will answer on the group chat. All of you that don't want to be talking on the group chat, you have to be talking now. I don't like it when the group is not active. If you have a question, don't ask me. Ask the group. There are many group admin here that you can relate to. Those that I know that they are very good in forex. At least they are very good in forex. Ask them. I even had one more person, but ask them. The group is free to ask. That's why the group is meant for helping traders, especially those that are struggling. You can ask any questions you want to ask. No matter how silly the question is, people will answer you. They might laugh at you, yes, but they will answer you definitely. Okay, so please and please, know what to do. I've taught you what to do now. What else have I not taught you? Let me see. That's all. I've talked about everything. Okay, so please and please, make sure you are reasonable. Make sure the lot size you use is the lot size that your risk appetite can take. I'm sure you are going to be a profitable trader. Okay, we are together in this. I'm sure you're going to be a profitable trader. I'm very certain you're going to be a profitable trader. It takes time. It takes time for me to become one. And once you are one, believe me, you are one. You can boast anytime. Not about the boasting, but you make profit consistently. Okay, but know this: no trader is exempted from making loss. No matter the experience you have, you will still make loss. Okay, this is how it is: win, loss, win, win, loss, win, 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 loss, win, 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 loss, 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 win, win. It is random. Okay, but be consistent. Be consistent with your lot size. Be consistent with your expected loss. If your target has been reached, even if the TP has not reached, and your target, let's assume you have a daily target of 5,000 naira, and then your TP has not reached, but your daily target has hit 5,000 naira. Why not close the trade and have a break? Because your TP your target has been reached. Okay, if your target loss has been reached, and that's why I even encourage you to use expected loss. If you have expected loss and you see that loss will be greater than your expected loss, that loss will be greater than the loss that expected loss you calculate is greater than your daily loss target, don't make that trade. For example, NZD-JPY, I don't expect to lose more than 1,000 in a single trade, and the expected loss in NZD-JPY is 2,500 naira. Are you going to make the trade? No, because even if you make the trade and the stop loss it has exceeded your daily loss, so don't take it. Take the trade that you know that is consistent with your daily loss. And if your daily profit has been reached, why not close the trade? Don't be too greedy. It is greed that kills us as a trader. Greed is a stronger emotion than fear. Okay, greed. You think you are not greedy? You are greedy. Don't worry. Enter forex, enter REAM. I'm not talking about those that are using demo. Those that are using demo are still baby. Using real account, I mean real, your money, not even bonus, your money. That's when you understand what it takes to trade forex. So I think I've said much of this. I'm sure you are going to digest it. I'm sure you're going to use effectively my trading signals from now on. I'm just bothered to just teach you this because I know most of you are using my signals. Most of you are trading blindly with my signals, and I have to enlighten you on how to use my signal correctly. I hope you understand now, and I hope you listen to what I just said, and I hope you stick to what I just tell you. God bless you, and make sure you just take care of yourself. I am your one and only trader, teacher, mentor, friend, anything you can call me. I am all everything you can call me. Babashola Joshua, aka FCTA, Forest Concept Training Academy. See you on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm sure, and I'm very confident that this week is going to be a profitable week. I'm seeing it already. It's going to be a profitable week because there are many packages that are coming up in Forex. So see you till then. I also drop my my weekly analysis on major currency pairs and those pairs that I believe they are going to have higher volatility this week. So of course, let's meet. Take care of yourself. God bless you. Bye bye.